Her kitchen is where the magic is made.
Hello there, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I'm Holly, your friendly neighborhood carnivore, and I am so happy you could join me today. Today's video is quite a bit different than my other ones. I don't actually have a full-blown recipe to share with you guys and a creative food to taste test and all that. But I have an ingredient that I have used in a few videos now, and I realize it's probably good for me to put a video out for you guys to be able to make your own as well, because if you're ordering this particular ingredient, it gets a bit pricey. So that ingredient is some chicken flour. Chicken flour is something that I use when I'm breading chicken nuggets. It's something I might use in my corn dog recipe to give it a little bit more of a cornmeal texture. So this is a way to bring back some of those carbier options while just adding a bit more protein and keeping those pesky carbs away. I'm gonna show you exactly how I made this. It's going to be very simple, and then I will come back and we'll talk about it just a little bit more, but you're not gonna have a taste test this time because I'm not just gonna sit here and scoop out mouthfuls of chicken flour, but I'm gonna come back, we'll look at the texture of it and everything. I'm starting off with 2 completely cooked chicken breasts. These are unseasoned. I don't even have salt on them. I'm going to get these completely shredded. Then I'm going to move these over to the dehydrator rack. These are going in my Ninja dual oven with the dehydrator function on it. You could put this in a regular dehydrator as well. You could possibly even put this in the oven on the lowest setting. However, you'll probably have to keep an eye on it more because I do not believe your oven is going to go as low as a dehydrator will. I found a few pieces that were a little bit big and went ahead and shredded those up a little bit more. And I went ahead and spread the chicken out as nicely as I can on the dehydrator rack. Next, I'm going to transfer these into the dehydrator. I'm setting this to the dehydrate function at 150 degrees Fahrenheit for 6 hours. Once this is dry, you're going to transfer it into a food processor so you can break it down. I've got 2 different tools I'm using here. The first one is my little food processor, and the second one is my coffee grinder or spice grinder. I do not use this for coffee. This is pretty much just for grinding down dried meat, whether I'm making chicken flour or pemmican, whatever it may be, but this particular spice grinder is reserved just for that. If you're going to use one that you use coffee in it, make sure you clean it out really well. Of course, I'm starting by breaking down my chicken into a fairly coarse powder here in my food processor. And from here, I'm going to transfer small batches of it into my spice grinder so I can break it down into a really nice fine flour. Here's what the texture of the final product should look like, and then I'm going to transfer this into a glass jar once I'm done. Once again, I'm using a peanut butter jar because I have an abundance of those in the house. Use what you have around. Repeat the process and continue until all of your chicken has been broken down into a nice, beautiful flour, and you've got it all stored into your glass jar. This can easily be stored at room temperature, but if you don't think you're going to use it that quickly, it is perfectly fine to store this in the freezer as well. Okay, so the hardest part of this whole process is grinding it up into the flour, and that wasn't very hard at all. So you will see This is a nice fine powder here of this chicken flour. You can use it for breading. You can mix it with other things to add a little bit more texture. Okay, so I made this one right here. This was 2 chicken breasts, and I'm gonna tell you how I usually run into chicken breasts where I can make this. But if you were to purchase this, a 6-ounce package is $32. This jar right here, that cost me about $5. You know, I probably could have done another chicken breast in there, and that would have filled up my jar. So that would have cost me what, $7, $8? Much, much cheaper to make it yourself than to order some. So that's why I thought it was important to share this with you guys, because I can't be the only one that doesn't have money laying around to just throw wherever I want with these weird carnivore ingredients. So this is how we can afford the chicken flour. Now, I don't typically have chicken breasts on hand. In fact, I had chicken breasts for this because I had another recipe going on in my mind that I thought I was gonna tackle, and I was gonna use chicken breast for it. And I decided, you know what, I don't even like chicken breast enough to do that. I'm gonna go a different route with this recipe. So that is something else. That's probably gonna be my next video. You'll see what I ended up doing anyways. But because of that, I had some chicken breasts. I ended up cooking 2 of them to serve to my kids, and the other 2 I turned into this chicken flour here. Also, the chicken breast, I actually reverse seared them in the oven and then threw them on the grill to finish them off. And that turned out really well. I've never reverse seared chicken before. So if you're looking for a good way to do chicken breast without letting it dry out, that's a pretty good solution there. So typically, if I need some chicken breast to do this, I prefer to purchase a whole chicken, and the chicken breast is the least favorite part anyways. Usually I'm gonna go for the legs, the thighs, the wings. So the chicken breast is what I have left over. That's very easy. It's already cooked with everything else that got cooked. I just rip the chicken breast off, shred them, and dehydrate them just like I shredded and dehydrated these ones that I cooked here. Stupid simple method, very cost effective, and gives some kind of meaning to the super bland, super driest part of the chicken breast. So chicken breast flour, $5 here compared to $32, $33 for a 6-ounce container. I'm definitely making my own. I don't mind waiting a day for things to dehydrate. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick, easy little ingredient tutorial today instead of a full-blown recipe. Hope you guys don't mind that you're not hearing me crunch on food and seeing me actually eat something for a change, but I promise I'll eat something in the next one. If you are curious to see what I eat every day on a carnivore diet, you can follow me over on X or on Instagram. I post what I eat every single day over there. While you're over there, feel free to say hey, because I love to chit chat with you guys and meet new people and all of the things being social. And while you are doing those things and being social, why don't you leave me a comment? Tell me, what are your strange go-to pantry staples that you have on a carnivore diet? Do you have some kind of crazy carnivore ingredient that is expensive and you wish there was a less expensive alternative to? Make sure you give me a like and don't forget to subscribe. That really helps me reach more people. And ultimately, as a dairy-free carnivore content creator, I'm wanting to reach all of those who can't tolerate dairy or are just cutting it out because it's not helping them with their weight loss goals or whatever it may be. I just love sharing my recipes with everybody, but especially those that are out there seeking out dairy-free alternatives. I want to be able to reach these people. Thank you guys so much for hanging out in my kitchen with me today. If you're curious for a recipe that you can use with this chicken flour, I will have my chicken nugget recipe right at the end of the video, right around here, so make sure you click that before you leave. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye!
She's the friendly neighborhood carnivore with a talent for cooking up a meaty uproar. From juicy steaks to sizzling ribs galore, she'll have you coming back for more. Fellas, smash that like button. She's the carnivore cooking queen. On your screen, bringing the meaty scene. Come on over and join the team for a culinary dream.